Good evening / morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first ever Gorilla Biker Paddy Outback live stream. I'm Paddy Outback. That lad there's Gorilla Biker, and we're going to talk about a few different topics today. A few terms and conditions. Don't be an arsehole in the comments, and if anyone mentions COVID-19, they're immediately kicked out. Just so we're clear on that, I'm sick to death of talking about it. All right. So, anyway, we have in the in the description a few of the topics we're going to be discussing today. We'll also be open to a couple of questions, no doubt. We've got ADV Dad, guest online, and Tarmac Japan. How are we, folks? ADV straight out of Townsville. Nice to have the neighbours show up. So, like I said, we're going to be discussing a few different topics today, and we're going to start. Go easy with us on the accent. Oh, that's shite. But guest online mentions what exactly? You're damn right.
Oh, Kazuaki has arrived as well. Hello.
Oh, he has, and he's been a smart arse already.
Unsurprisingly.
Sounds like him. Bandit Nev. How are we, sir? Good to have you here. Got an interesting mix of Ireland, Britain, Australia, and one random lad in Japan. Good crew. I like this. Anyway.
Do you want to give people a couple of minutes to join, or do you want to just kick off?
Yeah, we'll wait a couple of minutes. I love that Irish accent. Are you talking about me or him?
Yeah, which one? Please clarify.
We have different accents.
Hello, Sean.
Sean, how are you, mate? Yeah, so we'll give people a couple of minutes to hop on now, and we'll see what's happening. And hang on a second now. I'm just going to make sure that everything's going all right here. Doing well, Paddy. That's good to hear, Bandit Nev. So we've got 7 people so far. All right, we're getting a few people now. That's good.
Not bad at all. If anyone has any early questions to hit us with while we're waiting, drive on.
Before we head into the meat and bones of the thing. Coffee time. It's tea time for me. I've got 2 Irish lads here.
This isn't actually Guinness, so
no.
It's tea.
I'm actually drinking peppermint tea because it's too late for me to be having caffeine.
It's very schnazzy.
I have to hand back my Irish passport now.
looking and sounding well from okay, sounding I'll accept. I don't know about looking. I have this on my face.
You blokes could have a little chat with the super thick accent for a laugh. The thing is, ADV Dad, is that Gorilla and I are from completely different parts of Ireland. You see, he grew up in Kilkenny and I grew up in Ennis. And the slang and accent would be totally fucking different. So we could probably confuse each other. It wouldn't be that hard. Mind yourself there.
I just nearly binned the tea. It's all right. I saved it.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, Lane. It's Lane. It's not Gesto.
It's Lane. Hello, Lane. Gesto is editings. Well, tell him to stop editing and come and watch us.
It's important, you know.
It is. This is important shit. Gary Burton. Hello, Paddy from the UK. Hello, Gary Burton from Townsville.
Oh, hello, Paddy. All right.
Yeah. Like, Gorilla's here as well, like.
I'm not.
Have you ever met Enya, Gorilla? Question for you.
Enya, the singer?
Yeah.
No.
I haven't met her, but I remember, it was probably about 2006 or 7. Myself and a friend of mine were just spinning around Dublin once when I was up there for the night. I was up there for the night visiting some mates, and we were driving down around Dalkey and Killiney, which is sort of like the Hollywood of Dublin. And Enya lives in a castle on the poshest street in Ireland, Vico Road in Dalkey or Killiney. It's one of those anyway. And myself and my mate of mine, we stopped outside the gates of her castle and just stood there and smoked a fag outside Enya's house because it seemed like the appropriate thing to do.
Dead right. I just want to address 2 comments. One, first of all, hi Punkster, and secondly, that actually is a great question. I don't know why lemons aren't called jellos. Though I don't know. And hi,
Yeah,
Gary.
why aren't limes called greens?
I don't know. Stop. Just give it up now before you upset me.
Like, geez, I haven't smoked nearly enough wacky tobacco for those kinds of questions, Pongster. Seriously.
Yeah, it's like I'm not even awake that long, so
that's the sort of conversation I would have had a lot in my early 20s.
Do you? Shall we kick off? I think
we shall kick off. Sure. Hang on. Have we got a decent old crowd here? No, I'll have a gander. We've 10 people. We're into double figures, so we'll go. Kazawaki, never met any. I had a drink in the pub where they started out, though. Sure you did. All right. Topic number 1 for this evening is, what are your favourite motorcycle roads? And obviously in the comments you can get involved here, because there's people from all parts of the world, all of which have great roads. I'll let you start, Gorilla. What's your favourite road?
Ooh, my out and out favourite road. It's actually a funny one because Kaz just put up a video of it as well, and I've been meaning to get back there for, at least about 8 months. But the Healy Pass, I think that is one. I ran up and down there. Like, the video I put out on that, I actually ran out of battery and everything because I just didn't plan that day right at all. And it was kind of before I knew what I was really doing as well. But like, batteries died and all, and myself and Kev, we ran up and down that road until we pretty much were like, okay, we need to leave and get petrol and food now. But that is such a good road because it's generally quiet as well, which makes a huge difference.
That's good. What have we got here? We've got just a couple of questions here. Moto G Spot, hey guys, which one's in Australia? It's Gorilla Biker. And
we swapped.
Yeah, exactly. ADV Dad, every road is better on a motorcycle. You're not wrong there, man.
That's
you are
100% true. 100% true.
My favourite roads, right? I think my favourite road that I've ever ridden is the road between Hillsville and Marysville, just outside Melbourne in Victoria. That's the best road I've ever ridden a motorcycle on. It's true. An amazing Moto G Spot who's in the comments there. He'll know the one I'm talking about. He's down around Melbourne, but it's just this amazing twisting stretch of road through this beautiful temperate rainforest. It's hilly. There's mad bends. The only problem is you can get a fair bit of traffic on it sometimes, and it's not the safest road. But like, seriously, it is just an amazing road to ride. My favourite road, though, and I've never ridden it, and I will someday, probably on a borrowed phaser, is the N59 between Galway and Westport.
Oh, good call. Good call.
The only thing, though, is you go from Galway to Leenane, and when you go past Leenane, you turn left and go through the Duloc Pass to Lewisburg.
Yeah, I know it.
The stretch of road between Lewisburg and Leenane is the best road in Ireland, and I will die on that hill.
You can't really argue with that, though. That's absolutely fantastic. And actually, it's the whole Lewisburg has that incredibly sad famine story as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know it. I've heard of it. Yeah,
that's pretty depressing. But that whole area is just stunning. It's actually, I had a friend of a friend get married in the church in Lewisburg that looks.
Yes, I know it. Yeah,
they got married in there last year. I was there. It was cool.
That's amazing. Yeah, it's I went to college up in Castlebar, so I used to often, if I was driving home down to Clare for the weekend, if I had time, I'd often go that way. It was like twice the length to go on the main road, and I would drive that road every day for the rest of my life, and I'd never get sick of it. Now we've got a few comments here. Bandit Man UK, N621 Picos in Spain, probably the best road I've ridden. Is that the road that Teapot One has been recently putting up videos of, Bandit Man? Because that looks freaking amazing.
It's incredible.
Yeah. Bandit Nev, Adelaide Hills, again, excellent call. Some amazing bloody roads up there too.
For late.
Hello? We're frozen here, I think. I think Gorilla's frozen.
Now I'm back. Am I back?
Yeah.
Right. No, I was just going to say about lanes coming there, Spain in general. Like, I've actually never ridden a bike in Spain, sadly, but I did go over there a few years ago on holidays, and I had booked a Fiat 500. Cue laughing. I did actually fit in it, but someone had crashed the standard Fiat 500 that I'd ordered, so they gave me the Twin Air.
Nice.
Not at very high top speed, but the thing sounded incredible. And
Yeah.
I was going from Barcelona down through Tarragona. And if I don't get back there to ride a bike through those roads, that whole area is incredible. Like, there's one section of the road we drove past, and there's an old Templar castle on a literal cliff face called Miravet. And I was just blown away. It was just like, I like castles anyway. And I drove past that, and I was like, unreal.
We've got a few more here now. I'm just going to go back up through the comments here. We've got Sean Strail, the Gillies Range Road. That's another beauty as well. Moto G Spot, I think, has ridden that road I was talking about earlier between Healesville and Marysville. He says it's great except for the 80km/h speed limit and the traffic. I won't argue with you there. Admittedly, for most of it, you'd be lucky to hit 80 for a lot of it, but there are some bits, all right, you'd wish it was faster. Tarmac Japan. I can't remember the name, but the roads from Rosslare to Fermoy used to be amazing when getting off in the early morning boat. No traffic at all and some nice big wide roads. Like, to be honest with you, in Ireland, you don't have to go far to find a good road. Like,
those are nice roads.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe in some of the eastern counties are a bit kind of flat, so they wouldn't be as good as the south or the west. But yeah, what else have we got here? We've got Too Big Kev. My commute to work, Snowy Mountains Highway, Adaminaby to Cabramurra. I've driven it in the car, mate. Absolutely amazing. Wouldn't want to do it in winter though. Pierre Eversole. Hello from Texas. My favorite road is the Three Sisters west of San Antonio, Texas.
I'm writing all these down.
Yes, I have never been on that road, but I have been to San Antonio. I was visiting friends there a couple of years ago, and it's a bloody great city. One of my favorite places in the US, actually. So yeah, there's
Ponkstra as well, the Scottish Highlands, which I wanted to ride this summer. I actually had a plan to go over there this summer, and that's kind of.
Sure, it's the same with me. I had planned. I was planning on going to Ireland in about probably May or June, but that looks like it's not going to happen anytime soon, unfortunately. But sure, we'll see how. Pardon?
We'll get you over it again.
You will, absolutely, sure. Yeah, I'll borrow your phaser.
No bother. I'll probably have about 50 bikes by then anyway. So
I know. Well, like the thing about the phaser is if you fit in it, I fit in it. So at least I don't have to worry about the size. It's not often I'm the short person in a conversation, but there you go.
I'm often willing to contort myself onto just about any bike, provided I get to actually ride it though. So yeah. Same.
Too Big Kev, Tasmania has some of the best roads. You would never wear out the centre of your tyre. I'd imagine not, Kev. Tasmania is the one state in Australia I have never been to, and when all that thing that we're not allowed to mention here is over and done with, tis high on my list. What I might do is if I get a couple of weeks, I might just fly down to Melbourne, rent a bike from Garner's, and just head over in the boat. Tarmac Japan. When you lads get out to Japan, I'll take you on some fucking amazing roads near me. Google Hakone Turnpike. It's mind-blowing. Tarmac Japan, I believe that some of the roads in Japan are about the best you'd find anywhere in the world. Not only are they mountainous with loads of bends and stuff, they actually, unlike Ireland, you don't have to worry about potholes every 35 inches or so.
Whoa, I Googled it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, all right.
Actually, all right. Do you know Teapot Ones Around the World ride?
Yeah.
I think when he got to Japan, that was my favorite section of it. Yeah. Those roads.
Absolutely, yeah. But Jesus Christ, you see, like I'm next year in 2021, I turn 40, and I'm looking to what I want to do for my 40th birthday is to just go and ride somewhere mad, somewhere completely insane. Like just go across the US or Canada or go across fucking Argentina or something. So Japan would be high on the list, definitely. Mainly because they drive on the left and I won't be shitting myself as soon as I get on the bike there.
It's pretty okay swapping between right and left in a bike, I found. It's swapping between right and left in a car, which I'm sadly used to now as well, thanks to work. But that was a little bit more of a culture shock.
Yeah. Mountains and bends, then do the mountains of Gran Canaria. I've heard good things about the mountains in Gran Canaria. All right. Bandit Nev, 40. I am an old bastard, yeah. I am. I'm here. I know. Have you done the Gillies Range Road from Gordonvale up to the Atherton Tablelands? Only in a car, ADV Dad. And that was me. That was, again, on my list of rides I would have been doing right about now if it were not for all of that drama. So when all this shit is sorted, ADV Dad, I might I might see if I can organise a bit of a ride up, see if Skid Pig fancies it and Benno's Shed and stuff, a few of the lads around here. Stelvio Pass, Paddy. Believe it or not, Moto G-Spot, that is meant to be one of the worst roads to drive in the world or ride in the world, mainly because it's either closed off for like the likes of Top Gear filming or else it's packed with fucking caravans. It's sort of like the Great Ocean Road. It is on paper an absolutely brilliant road that's absolutely ruined by the fact that it's thronged with tourists. It does rain a lot in Tasmania. Ireland. Be prepared. I'm from the west of Ireland, Big Kev.
He's all right.
Red Sun Gamer TV. Tarmac Japan bought me here. Hi, guys. Hello, Red Sun Gamer. It's really good to have you here. Thank you very much.
Was Red Sun Gamer one of the guys who featured in your videos, Tarmac? Including the recent Mexican restaurant one, which made me really hungry, by the way. Thanks for that.
Oh, God, I like... Christ, I want a fucking burrito now.
Yeah, I usually eat like Mexican food at least once a week, and the thing that we're not allowed to talk about has closed them all.
Has ruined your Mexican binge. Jesus, that's a bit average.
It's bad now.
Oh, Christ Almighty, yeah. But yeah. So, like, I'm actually lucky here in North Queensland in that it is mountainous around here, and especially once you get north to around Cairns, which is about 350 kilometres north of here, which is just up the road by Queensland standards. And yeah, there's like that road that ADV Dad mentioned, the Gillies Range Road, which is absolutely amazing. And you know, there's also the Captain Cook Highway, which goes between Cairns and Port Douglas. Again, usually ruined by slow-moving traffic and tourists, but the scenery's so nice, you just sit back and cruise and enjoy it. Some mad bends though, and I have never driven that road without seeing one poor bastard in the car just having drove their car straight into the ditch there. It's not a nice place to crash because, like, you've got literally a wall of rock one side of you, and you've got crocodile-infested sea the other side. So
there's no good option.
You wouldn't want to feck that one up.
Actually, as to the Pongster's comment there, caravans and Dixon sports cars unfortunately ruined the NC500. Like, what do you think is worse, caravans or sports cars?
I have a particular hatred of caravans, and it's been especially since I moved to Northern Australia, because in Northern Australia there's this phenomenon called grey nomads, which are retired people who just go around Australia in caravans, and I spend my life overtaking them. Like, my entire life. Like, I lived in Alice Springs before I lived in Townsville, and both places, as soon as it gets cold and winter down south, they all head up north for the warm winters. And yeah, they just absolutely ruin the rides around here. because if especially in the Northern Territory, they were really frustrating because they'd be doing 80 kilometers an hour at most, and there was no fucking speed limit on the road for most of the time I was up there, like none. And turns out a Yamaha R3 can do 190 kilometers an hour. I was pretty impressed with that.
That's pretty impressive, yeah.
It's nearly 100. That's about 115 mile an hour.
That's pretty quick for an R3, to be fair.
Admittedly, that was before I gave up the fags and I was about 2 stone lighter, so probably wouldn't do it now.
Maybe not, but definitely wouldn't do it with me on it. Just
anyway,
that's fine, ADV Dad, as long as you get one again in the future. It's important.
Yeah, ADV Dad, you're fine, mate. Look, you've had one. That's all that counts. Guest on lane, Corona. Tarmac Japan, that's a yellow card, son. You mentioned Corona.
The Pongster I hit caravan, so that's likely to put you in a ditch after a hero overtake. That was what my point was going to be. I'm actually... I dislike sports cars more because, even when I was out in a spin recently, it's probably 3 weeks ago now, but there was a young lad in with all his friends in his Golf GTI. Now Golf GTIs are relatively fast for a car compared to even my 600 Phaser. It's slow as hell, and he was trying to keep up with me on the way out to Kinsale, and I wasn't even going fast. That's the embarrassing thing. And the amount of times I thought he was just going to crash into me, I eventually just took a side road, waited 5 minutes, and then continued on my way. Because they're way more likely to kill you.
And people in cars as well, I've when you put it this way, right? A Volkswagen Golf R, so that's the one. Sorry, Doggo wants in. The Volkswagen, the Volkswagen Golf R. Now that goes from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour. That's 60 in Imperial. Because you say, apparently I get a bollocking off some guy in the comments if I mention Imperial, if I don't translate everything into Imperial. But anyway, so they'll go from 0 to 100 kilometers in 6 seconds. My R3, the quintessential beginner bike here in Australia, does 0 to 100 in 5.5 seconds. So that's when you think a beginner 300cc bike from 0 to 100 would skin a Golf R. And the Golf R by from 0 to 100 it would. Probably after 100, my money would be on the Golf. But that out of the line. Tarmac Japan top brawn arm. Mahan far. Go home.
Yeah. Cubits, please. Can we do cubits?
I don't know.
Cubit calculator?
I have no idea.
I'll actually just type in miles per hour to cubits, see what happens.
Jesus Christ.
They're
What's that? Imperial. For those in the chat who might not have seen my video from a few days ago, I had some guy berate me for not using miles an hour and using metric, which, given that I live in a country that is entirely fucking metric, you'd expect me to use the metric, but
disgraceful.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I got a
disgusting.
Oh, I got a rather angry comment from some bloke. Does the dog talk? No, he doesn't. Also, he's not entirely sure what's going here. Hey, Riley, kiss. Give us a kiss. Give me a kiss.
Come on, Riley.
Give me a kiss. No, he's shy. He normally gives me kisses on commands.
By the way, 60 miles per hour is apparently 211,200 cubits per hour.
Yeah. You were badly beaten by an Evo 4 in the mountains. Yeah.
That's
on
an
the
Evo.
uphill, yeah, that's an Evo 4 on a mountainous road, which, let's face it,
twists.
Unless you had like a GTR or a Ferrari or something like that, you're not beating an Evo 4 on a mountain road.
But even at that, I think something even that a lot of bikers are guilty of forgetting about is, we accelerate faster, but we don't stop faster and we don't corner faster because they have 4 wheels.
Yeah, exactly.
And massive brakes on those 4 wheels. We can't. It's not possible.
No, exactly. Like I put it to you this way, generally speaking, my car, which is a very humble 2005 Toyota Camry,
Great car.
corner, yeah, great car, but I can corner at similar speeds in the Camry than I can on my bike, you know, and that's a fucking Camry, let alone a sports car. But that's just physics.
Yeah, you've got 4 wheels in the ground, makes a big difference.
Kawasaki, I have a GTR. You do?
Yes,
A GTR 1000
GTR.
Kawasaki, you lying sack of shit.
That is a lot of cubits. It's a lot of cubits.
That's like this many.
It's at least that many. At least
that many cubits. Yeah.
Oh, actually, can we just talk really quick? Is how many subs do you have right now?
I have. You've gone ahead of me, you bastard. Last time Pardon?
I passed you out like a week too late.
Yeah, I know. Hang on a minute. No, last time I checked, I think I'd 1,034.
I currently have refresh 1,047.
Yeah. See, I knew you'd go ahead of me. It was just I was just gambling on you going ahead of me after we got to 1,000, which happened. You know, it happened, but just about. You got there 3 days after me, and sure.
Oh no! I still have to make that goddamn gorilla video though.
Well, you do, yeah, you do.
Yeah, no, I accepted the challenge. I'll do it. All right.
All right. What was the second topic we had for discussion? Oh yeah, the second topic we had for discussion was technology on bikes.
Ooh, one of my favorite things to bitch about.
Oh, I know. What do you all think in the comments? I'll be honest with you, I'm on a case-by-case basis. You know what I mean? I'm on each individual thing. I think I was about 34 for you, Paddy. All right.
It's impressive. One of the original. Nice.
Jesus. Christ almighty, he's one of the OGs.
You got to give him a hat.
I will. I'll give him when I bother to actually get some stick.
There's no longer a competition. I lost, so you can.
He lost. Exactly. Exactly. That's just fucking 2 meters of loser on the right of your screen there, lads.
That's over here, 2 meters of massive loser.
Yeah.
I'm okay about it. That's the important thing. I'm okay.
Meanwhile, you have 192 centimeters of fucking legend here. It's just how it works. So I'm a lot less massive, but I'm a winner. Anyway, we're talking technology on bikes. Auto braking on bikes. Like I had a few years ago, I bought a Volkswagen Up as a runaround. And yes, before anyone comments, I did fit in it. Anyway, it had autonomous emergency braking. And the only thing going through my head was I'd be in slow traffic and I'd just be resisting the urge to go, let's just see if this works. You know what I mean? Like, so you'd just be kind of like, it's just this little thought in my head. What if I intentionally try and drive up the arse of the car in front of me to see if it fucking works? I wouldn't obviously recommend doing that, and I never did, but still.
There's one comment there from Gary, traction control and ABS is essential. I actually do like traction control and ABS, but I disagree with the essential part. I have, nearly revealed a surprise there that isn't revealed yet. I have 2 bikes, and neither of them have traction control or ABS, so I don't think they're essential. Like, I've ridden my Phaser literally everywhere, and I have never been held back by the lack of traction control ABS. So I don't think they're essential, but they are definitely a very good rider aid because my uncle has a BMW XR. I've ridden it. And that has traction control and ABS, and it's incredible. Like, that bike is absolutely incredible.
My Strom has traction control and ABS, and it's very good. The thing is, and not only that, it has multi-stage traction control, which for a humble 650 Strom is pretty goddamn fancy, actually. But it's got off, and it's just got kind of 1, which is normal riding, and 2, which is wet. And again, for someone like me who, again, post an accident in in the wet a very minor accident in the wet a couple of years ago. It is a nice bit of reassurance there. Like, I do find it helps me be a bit more confident, not cocky, but confident in the rain.
And it does take a little bit of risk out of winter riding. I mean, I actually can't count. This year was pretty bad on the phaser because the tires I had on it, I think they were just old rubber or something. I've spoken about it in the video, but I had so many slips on that. Do you know what I mean? And like any single one of them, if I was a bit tired or else and I didn't save it, then you're going down on the main road. So it's not ideal. So traction control, I agree, it's a good to have, but I don't think I would agree with the Pongster. I don't think any of those assister tech is essential. I mean, one of my bikes is carbs. EFI is nice. Carbs are a bit more of a pain, but I don't think anything modern is essential.
Yeah, I do like EFI definitely because my first bike. Yeah, I think it is like, and this is just to me, it's vastly superior because my first bike was a Kawasaki Eliminator 250, which I bought 3 years ago yesterday. So it's like my biking birthday. But, it was just a 250cc V-twin Kawasaki Cruiser. Great little bike. Had nothing. No ABS, no traction control, nothing. And no slipper clutch, anything like that. And actually, if you were a bit too enthusiastic dropping a gear in that, you'd be changing your underpants fairly soon afterwards, let me tell you. But it was good to learn on. But then it was also carbureted, which on winter mornings in Alice Springs, which despite what people think of Alice Springs being the hottest place on earth, in winter it's bloody freezing. So the old cold, the old cold starts when it's like -3 or a bit of a pain in the hole. All right. So the next bike then had ABS and was fuel injected. That was the R3, and now I have ABS, traction control, and fuel injection. However, there are some things that I see coming into bikes. For example, I prefer analog gauges, definitely.
100%.
In cars and bikes, I do not like digital screens. And the only thing that goes through my head is, well, there's something that's going to break.
It's not even that. I don't understand, right? I've driven I've like my car that I only really use when the weather is absolutely horrific is a 07795, and I love the thing. It's a big old, like old tech petrol turbo. That's what it is, and it has analog everything. The best thing about it is it has traction. It has a cruise control. But I drove a newer Mercedes rented for work when I was in Germany, and I mean the thing had a screen in the middle of it as big as my laptop screen, and I don't understand how that is considered less distracting than someone having a mobile up, which is illegal. So
I know,
it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Guest Lane, I wonder if I'm going to go back up to comments actually here for a second because I've noticed a few kind of things I'd like to address. I don't think of ESI as tech, just another type of fueling. That is a good point.
Yeah.
Dean Judd, do you miss your R3, Paddy? Yes and no. I think yes, in the sense that it was great fun to blat around town. It was great fun to blat on a mountain highway. It was not so much fun on the freeway. I'm actually again, it was light. It had it weighed 180 kilos. It had full fairing on it and a tall bloke riding it. So if it was windy or if a truck went past you, you'd shit your pants. I was like a fucking sail, basically. So I don't miss that. I do miss it. I think it was actually for sale outside of Sun City motorcycles there recently. It was for sale. I actually saw it. So whoever, I traded it in, and then somebody has obviously traded it in there. Still had the fake Akrapovic exhaust that I bought for like $50 off of eBay on it. I wonder, are they going, oh yeah, it has an Akrapovic pipe? Yeah.
They probably are. They probably are.
Yeah, fake as porno tits like.
There's one there, Alan BS Tard, MP. You should really get to know your bike and your own abilities without aids. I agree 100%. I've said it so many times. If you get out and you know what a bike feels like when it's slipping, or what a bike feels like when it's locking up its wheel, etc., etc., you'll be able to learn how to get out of it when you're early on and maybe on 125 and 50 going slow.
Like the technology, the technology is nice to have. However, it's nicer to be able to spot the trouble. You know what I mean? It's nicer to be able to, like, it's not a good thing to just get on a bike or into a car for that matter and just go, oh, well, I'm just going to go into this corner at 1 trillion kilometers an hour and the electronics will fucking save me. Because if you rely on that, you're goosed.
Yeah, when they fail.
Yeah, when they fail.
Inevitably, they might, I'd say. For me, it's more a thing that, like you said, you're relying on it and you actually haven't learned how to ride the bike.
No. But the thing is, I think everyone should learn on a bare bones basic, like 250, 300cc bike, or whatever the licensing restrictions might not allow you to do that in some countries. But, it's, like I said, I learned on a carbureted Kawasaki 250cc with no traction control and ABS. And I think that made me a better rider in the sense that it taught me that you have to be bloody careful all the bloody time on motorcycles, because if you make one mistake, you're in big trouble. It's not like in a car where if you make a mistake, you're probably not going to die. Whereas in a motorcycle, if you make a bad enough one, there's a very high chance. And I think the fact that, who we got?
Stoney.
Oh, good ass Stoney. My 2 favourite dudes. Fuck off.
I hate all Rider 8 electronics.
Yeah, I can understand not a lot of people don't like them, and that's absolutely understandable. Like, and again, it's like the one thing that annoys me. I don't like how they're mandated. If you know what I mean.
You've hit what I was going to say.
Like, the thing about it is that like I like the traction control in my V-Strom. I like the ABS, but the thing is, I don't really need anything else. What do I need bloody rider mods for? It's a 650cc bloody V-Strom. It's going to do what it's going to do, like, and I don't want a fucking iPad strapped to the dashboard either. And anyway, I'll just use my quad lock if I need navigation, stick my phone on, and Google Maps will do a better job than most of the bloody navigation out there anyway. I find in a lot of cases.
And even at that, a lot of the my biggest issue with the tech, right? And I don't have a problem with this tech being available if some people want to use it, especially for, if beginner riders, sometimes, if they're really not, say, comfortable on a bike, then, ABS and all that stuff is good, right?
Yeah.
It's when they're mandated and it's when it comes as standard and you're paying for it as part of that standard package. Why is it on a standard package?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if I go in, because I don't have any money, if I go in and I ever want to buy a new bike, new bikes have, like, just gone like that price-wise. Yeah. And a lot of it is to do with the tech. The tech on it now. I don't want any of that. You know what I mean? If I could go in and buy a stripped-down version of a bike that I could build up my own way, and this is something I've been harping on about for years, I'd love to actually do it myself. Just, go in, for instance, for Harley, if I could go in and buy a Harley that was pretty much just a frame and an engine and then build it the way I wanted to build it, and it was cheap enough to buy, I would do that in a heartbeat.
Stoney Lawson, the crappy ABS pulsing, I can understand how some people don't like that. The thing is, I have, in 3 years of riding, and for most of that time I've had bikes with ABS, I can only remember the ABS properly kicking in once, and that was my own stupid fault, because I absolutely dropped the anchor when I realised I'd gone past my turn when I shouldn't have had. I should have just gone, right, whatever, I'll just pull in and turn around, So the only way I've ever actually activated it over the years was by me being a dickhead, basically. Yeah, so, it's kind of strange. We're going to keep going here. We'll go back to Papa D. What's up?
What's up, man? How are you getting on?
Shade Tree Discord represent. Dean Judd. There's a comment from Dean Judd here. Where is it? Yeah. I've got an R3 and a CRF 250L. Been riding 2 years and not ready to move up yet. Good on you, because that is, for those who don't know, in Australia, there's the licensing system here is you have to do a test to ride above a certain CC. Look, that's it in its simplest terms. There's like power to weight ratio and stuff comes in as well. So you can't like ride an R6, for example, on a learner's license. And the first question you get asked once you've been riding, well, I suppose once you've been riding anything, oh, when are you getting your full license? When are you buying a big bike? And it's so fucking annoying when people are like, oh, what are you still riding a learner legal bike for? Because I want to, because I'm not ready to, because I don't need a 1000cc. My next bike, let's be honest, it'll probably be the V-Strom 1050, the new one that's out. But to be honest with you, I'm only riding for years. Do I think I'm experienced enough or ready enough for a 1000cc bike yet? Probably not at the moment, no. I'm still a bit rough around the edges, so I'll wait till I get a bit better. And, it's in Australia, it's a really annoying thing that people are like, oh, you must get your big bike as soon as you can. It's like, it's not a dick measuring competition. Do what you want.
That's a global thing.
Yeah, it is, absolutely.
Like, yeah. I'm asked all the time why I still have my 600 phaser, and some people are even like, why don't you get rid of the 600 phaser and just get a 1000 phaser? I'm like, I couldn't be arsed. Like, the difference, if I'll be honest, right, I want 1000. I've wanted 1000 since I was like knee high, and currently my lust after 1000 is the 1000S. I think I've spoken about it probably too much at this stage, but the thing is, it depends on your roads. Like Ireland, if you've been to Ireland, and I know you have, but if anyone in the comments has been to Ireland, there's not a whole pile of places you can use 1000 in Ireland. Do you know what I mean? Especially not the roads I ride.
All of my the lads I know in Ireland who ride sports bikes, nearly all of them have 600s.
Yep.
Nearly all of them, because they're better in the corners and they're better in Irish roads. That's why. Like, it's it's like, and don't get me wrong, in Australia, there's a big case to be had for having as big a CC bike as you can manage, especially if you're covering long distances.
Same as America.
Absolutely. Yeah, same as America. And in fact, America is bloody crowded compared to Australia, to be honest with you. Like, it's just a whole lot of feck all once you go about 150 kilometres west of here. You go past Charters Towers and there's basically nothing until you get to the Indian Ocean, basically. And, so you like having, at the same time though, speed is so tightly enforced in this country, particularly in the southern states, in Victoria and New South Wales.
I've heard that, yeah.
Yeah. But, all right. Let me see. My bike license was the first one I got when I was 17. Another Townsville head in the chat. Good on you, choppers.
Bandit Man had an RD 250 LC on L's. I'm so jealous.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah, you can ride an RG. I know a guy who learned to ride on a CBR 250 RR. Four-cylinder 250.
I just love those RD 250s.
20,000 RPM.
Yeah, yeah.
Jesus Christ, like, and I thought I was mad because the R3 redlined at 12.5.
I forgot Stoney had an FZ1, and what you said down below, Stoney, the 600 are best in general rideability, 100%. I agree. Like, I use my phaser the whole time, like literally every day. Well, except for now, obviously, but most of the time, every day.
Yeah. Papa D as to crowding in the US. Oh, I know. I've been throughout the US. I know there are very isolated parts of it, especially in the West. I've just got a brain. I want to learn to ride the R3 hard before I move up, same as the CRF off-road.
Makes sense.
Excellent. Yeah, absolutely the correct way. Yeah. You wouldn't hear me say otherwise. When I started riding, I was the only girl 34 years ago. No girl riders then, really. I believe something like 25% of all new learner riders in Australia are now female, which is really good to see because
you're getting way more into it, yeah.
Yeah, and I've frequently go riding with two girls around here. Actually, my friends Alison and Trudy, who are actually, when it comes to bloke points, they're way blokier than me. Like one's an army vet and a qualified electrician, and the other was like used to work in rescue helicopters and out in mines and stuff. And then there's me, a fucking nurse. So it's like
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, Lane Marshall, the Isle of Man TT at 18. All right, I'm officially jealous. That is bloody awesome. That's
amazing.
Class. Well done.
What's it like to ride the MT-03 R3 as far as sound? With the stock pipe, it sounds like a sewing machine and it sounds crap. Rip the pipe off. Like that. Yeah, rip the pipe off, get a decent aftermarket pipe in it, or in my case, a $50 fake Krapovich one I bought off eBay, and it'll sound much better. Those all stock Yamaha twins sound crap unless you do something with the pipes. It's just
all stock Yamaha sound crap. It's
yeah.
Not all of them, like the R1 and the MT10, obviously.
But anything,
but like,
but anything really under 900cc in a Yamaha, the first thing you'll do is you'll need to rip the pipe off and put even a slip-on will do. It'll because there is a good sound to be had, especially out of the cross-plane engines like the MT-07 and R3 and stuff. All of those have cross-planes and they sound great, but like
you need to unbaffle like even the FC09. I've a friend who has an FC09. That has a stock exhaust on it. It sounds like my phaser sounded before I put the exhaust on it. Kev's MT-07 is the same. That MT-07 Tracer, they all just sound like they're just strangled.
Absolutely.
I know it's because of Euro 4 and Euro 5 and all that shit, but
exactly. Papa D, I having a Krapovich on the way. Good on you, sir. You will not be disappointed.
Hold on a second, Papa D. Did you pull the trigger on the MT-03? Nice. Congrats.
Oh, good on you. Well done. Good stuff. All right. What was we were on bloody
Panda Man.
we've gone off topic. We'll go on to the third topic. The third topic is we want to actually discuss a couple of, shall we say, controversial upcoming models from both Harley Davidson and BMW. I'm going to start with the R18. For those of you who have seen it, they've just released kind of...
I think I can share my screen here, Paddy.
Because we'll just let Gorilla put it up. And we were talking before we came on, and I just could not understand. Like, I didn't like it, but I couldn't understand why I didn't like it. It was just, there's something bloody weird about it. And we'll get Gorilla to pop up the picture here, and I'll let the big man tell you what the issue is and see if anyone spots it.
Can everyone see that now?
Well, hang on. I'm just gonna... There we go.
Is it up now?
Add to stream. Hang on. Hang on. There it is. So that...
Bandit Man hit it on the comment already.
Yeah.
He's got it straight away.
Yeah. Feet forward, exactly.
100%.
Yeah. It's the bloody thing. I'll just get rid of this, sorry. There you go. Thank you. There we go. It's the bloody feet are in this weird mid position. And it's because of the flat twin engine. Because of the boxer, engine. And it's the weirdest looking thing I have seen. It's like, and the thing is, they're not even properly mid-mounted. They're the wrong sort of mid-mount. And
look comfortable.
Yeah.
Like all the release shots with the dude riding it, all I could think of is like, oh my God, I'd be crippled.
Yeah, I know.
My shin would be in the boxer, just like...
like the thing is, you've got two large blokes doing the live stream here, and both of us would see that and go, no, because like both of us would have to hook our knees around our feckin' ears to ride it. Like, it's
like if you've ever seen me on the Magna, I don't know that I ever got a shot of me.
Eddie V Dad, R18 looks awesome without a rider. Got it in one, sir.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. As soon as you put someone on it, you're like, oh, what?
It just looks all kinds of wrong. Absolutely.
Yeah, I watched the release video, and like when the three of them were going along, there was the guy with the apes and the other two people with the bobber style with the Springer seat and the normal one, and all I could think was like none of them look like they're comfortable. Like that bike is made to have forward controls, and you can't put forward controls on it. It's impossible.
Yeah, no, and it's like it's no matter what they do with it, they're going to have to compromise. So they either have to compromise on the comfort and what have you, and rideability, especially if you're a larger chap, or if you're, or else they have to develop a new engine, which would cost them a feckin' fortune. So it's like, I think there's a reason. There's a reason why most cruisers are V-twins or parallel twins. Yeah, let me see. Right, guest on Lane, gotta go. We'll see you, Lane. Thank you very much. Right. Hang on, I think we've a frozen gorilla here. His laptop crashed. He'll be right back. All right, no worries. Hipster shite made to be parked outside a coffee shop. I'm not going to argue with you there. There is a certain element of that who would buy a BMW Cruiser for those purposes. All right, Gorilla's left us. He'll be back in a minute. I'll continue. Choppers, I had a 1977 Kawasaki 100cc. Way too much of me and not enough bike, I'll say. Jesus Christ. I could only imagine. Bandit Nev, have to go, people. Stay safe in these times. We absolutely will, Bandit. Thank you very much. By the way, pretty much most of the people in this chat do make moto vlogs, so maybe check out Bandit Nev, Bandit Man, all that sort of stuff. BMW Retro 50s, 60s, they made some cracking bikes back in the day, Alan, definitely, but do have a slight image problem, I think, at the moment. Not the India shite. Well, especially with the G310. Do you mean Indian motorcycles or the BMWs that are made in India? Because if it's the BMWs made in India, there have been reported quality issues, especially with the little 310s they've made. So yeah, they anyone seen the new Honda Cub ADV off-road style bike? I think I've seen a picture of that ADV, but Dad, and yes, that's an amazing looking thing. How have we got here? We've got Tarmac Japan. I thought my new Super Duke could be too much for me. That's a fast bloody bike. Hang on.
Howdy.
Harambe has come back to life.
This is Harambe.
I thought we had a dead gorilla, but he's back.
I don't know what happened there. My laptop just decided to go for a quick snooze.
Sure they do that.
It's okay. It collected information, 100% of information, and then just turned back on. I was like, cool, you've collected the information. Thanks for that.
Oh yeah. They were like, it was like, he's only talking shite on the internet anyway.
Yeah. This isn't important.
Yeah. But yeah, it's yeah. So we were talking about controversial bikes. Generally speaking, the new BMW has he's back. Had you to drop your kids off at the pool? Yeah, maybe it was you that was taking a shit, not your laptop, gorilla.
It takes me a lot longer to take a shit than that. Not gonna lie.
It would have been a clean break there anyway.
I'm a slow pooper.
Yeah. ADV Dad, they expect the oh yeah, this is the new Honda Cub ADV style bike. $4,000 US for a posty bike with scrambler styling. Yeah,
that's a lot of money.
That's way too much money. Yeah, definitely. Papa D, it's great that you're streaming, Paddy. I'd love to get in the action. What we're going to do, I think, is that maybe once a week, I've been having a bit of a chat with myself and Gorilla and maybe a couple of the other Irish or motovloggers. We might be hosting a stream every week or so. We were just kind of judging on the success of this and to see how this would go. And seeing as it seems to have gone pretty well so far, and that, you know, Jesus, it's nice. It's nice to be able to release a video without having anyone making ridiculous comments at me. It seems to have been the style for me lately. But,
and no editing.
Yeah.
That's the best part. Editing takes me so long.
I know, yeah. Jesus Christ. And like
the night choppers rule.
Yeah, the law choppers rule. All right, choppers, we'll catch you again soon, man. We really do need to get a ride one day. When all this crap is over, I'm going to get a ride up to Gillies Range Road, and I'm going to bring everyone I can from around Townsville. I'll have the first annual Paddy Outback meet Jesus, I sound like a pretentious arsehole there, don't I? Look at me talking like a big YouTuber.
Influencer.
Yeah,
I hate that term.
slap yourself for saying it. Jesus, yeah, you deserve it.
I was slagging it. I wasn't saying we are influencers.
Oh,
I hate that term. It's like, no, I just like making videos. If people watch them, great. Yeah.
So, Papa D, I'd like to offer my yankness to the stream if you ever decide to have guests. Absolutely. We're going to see how it goes. Matt Griffin, the trolls are still asleep up here in the States.
Having a good snooze.
Captain Granite does the same thing. Yes, exactly.
With Holler, yeah.
I keep missing that one. It must be just at a bad time for me here.
It's just like they put it on at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. for me. Otherwise, I'd love to jump on it at some point. Actually, now that I have literally nowhere to go ever, if they're doing one tonight, I might jump on it, all right? Because
sure.
What is time anymore?
I know exactly about that thing we can't mention. What do you lads think about the rumored upcoming V4 Multistrada?
I dream about it every night.
Am I allowed? Are we even allowed to say V4 Multistrada on YouTube? Like it's a good thing I'm not monetized, lads, because
it's a good thing you can't see my lower half.
Oh, Christ Almighty! I'm wearing tracksuit pants here, lads. You know, it's a good thing you can only see the top of me.
100%. No, that I saw the what would you call it? The rumored shape of it. Frame kind of mock up in at a Motorcycle Live, and
hang on a minute, Pop. Where was that comment? Bandit Man UK. Just wait till the company start throwing free things at you for you to review. Don't think I'd do it. Yeah, I don't think I'd do it.
And even if they did give me free stuff to review, like it's even like there was a, I won't name where, but there was a place that I was kind of asking around to review bikes and stuff, and they were like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, and I was like, I don't want to be paid for that. I literally want to ride your bike, make a video, and that's it. And they were like, I know, I'll give you something. I was like, no. And they were like, okay, well, like we just want to sit down first and make sure that you're going to say, something that we're comfortable with. And I was like, no. And they were like, oh, look, if you're not willing to accept something from our side, I just don't think it's fair. And I was like, look, easy way to do this. Either A, we do it this way, or B, we don't do it at all. So I never did it at all. Like, that's why I love Franklin Motorcycles. You literally go up, they give you the keys, say, come back in a few hours, and you come back. He doesn't want to watch the video before you release it. You just release it, and he goes, yeah, it was cool, yeah.
Because, like, the thing is, I've been debating, talking to a couple of the motorcycle dealerships around here, just to see if I could review their bikes and stuff. Like, and like, I know with a dealership I bought my V-Strom from, they do KTM as well, and they have a 310, a KTM 390, Adventure now, and I am gagging for a go at that. I'm just dying to have a go at that bike. But the thing is like, if I don't like it, I don't want to be forced to say I like it just because some bastard might get upset with me.
But that's it. Like, it's not a review then, in my opinion. That's why I like Fort 9 stuff so much. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, because, like, the thing is, and Ryan Fort 9, who is basically motovlogging Jesus, he has often said in his channels that he can't get bikes to review because he ruins it again. Yeah, because if it's shit, he'll say it's shit. Like,
did you see his recent review on the GS?
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. I loved it. I loved every second of it.
Rurock promised me a helmet, then said I didn't have enough subs. Haha. Oh, Jesus Christ. Like, I think even I have enough subs to get a Rurock helmet now, Tarmac Japan. Like,
they gave them to everyone.
Yeah.
And do you know what bothers me about that, actually, right? They gave them to literally everyone, right? There's so many people with those Rurock helmets now. And I'm not saying they're not a good helmet. I don't know. I haven't tried them. But, like, there was a load of people did the reviews, said they were the best helmet since helmet started, and then you never notice, like, a week later they're back wearing their AGV or something like that. You know what I mean? So if it's the best helmet you've ever had, why are you back in your AGV / your HJC / whatever? Why? What's going on?
It's like the thing about it is that I'm fussy with helmets. My first helmet was an RI, which I liked, but I have a Shark Squall now, and when that one eventually gets a bit long in the tooth or gets a bit too smelly to be wearing on a regular basis from years of use, I'm going to buy another one because I fucking love it, like, you know, and yeah.
But that's exactly it.
Yeah. And it's like, you know, and I don't, and like, you know, I'm not saying that my channel will ever be big enough, and it's not, because like, especially my channel, I'm not totally motorcycles. You know what I mean? I do other things as well, like, you know, and again, I only started this channel for the crack, and I can't believe I've gotten over 1,000 subs. To be honest with you,
I'm the same.
Absolutely amazed. Absolutely amazed. And I can't ever see myself being in that position. And to be honest with you, I'm never going, even if I get 1 million subs, I like me day job and I'm going to keep doing it. So I'll never need the money.
If I'll be honest, if I could give up my day job, I'd probably I'd do it. I'm not gonna lie. If my boss ever watches this, sorry, boss.
Yeah.
195 centimeters isn't 6'2".
No, because I'm 192 and that's 6 foot. That's 6'3.5", nearly 6'4". 6'2" is about 188. Papa D.
I'm just going to check. It is 187.96. You were bang on, Paddy. Impressive.
Yeah. The Ruroc Atlas should not be worn by anyone who appreciates their skull.
That's a statement. That is a statement. I actually, what could you elaborate on that story if possible? I know that's a big comment to ask, but I'd be interested to know.
The thing I have as well is that if it was so good, people would just buy it based on the fact that their mate had one and they said it was good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
And that's
like the reason I bought a shark helmet is because friends of mine who were bikers, whom I trusted, had them and said they were very good for the price. So that's why I bought it. Simple.
And even like the reason I wear my HJC, and before that I had an MT. And like that MT, I still use it when I'm popping down to the shops and stuff. The reason I bought those helmets, I didn't look up people's personal opinion on them or anything like that. I looked up actual testing.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, this might not be the prettiest helmet in the world, but if I fall off, is it going to save my face and skull?
Yeah.
And most of the time is yes, because, and I, like, the reason I get a good helmet is because I commute every day, and you've seen me filter through the tunnel. It's not unlikely that someone is just going to, you know, hit me someday, open a door or something else. I trust myself, but it's other people I don't trust. Papa
D, damn metric shite. Oh, do you want to go, son?
Go and start them off.
I know he's seen that video.
Oh, that's pretty bad, Stoney.
Yeah. So, Stoney, the padding is very cheaply sewn together. They stink after an hour. Oh, there's nothing worse than a fucking stinky helmet.
Nothing.
What did I just say? Anyway, the paint comes orange peeled. That isn't good.
That's not good at all, especially since there's like at the moment for the V2, I think the waiting list pre this whole thing we're not going to talk about, the waiting list was like 3 months. So now who knows how long people are going to have to wait to get the helmet they paid for.
Jesus. That's that isn't good. I have a Great White Shark Race Pro Shy GT Area Corsair and the Icon Airfly. That's a good collection.
That is a good collection.
It's definitely a good collection. And yeah. All right. Now, lads, we've been going about an hour here, and I might call a halt to proceedings because I have to go shortly and pick Kate up from work, and she'll be mad if I don't. So, and plus, I'm just excited that I have an excuse to get out of the house. That's, you know.
Schubert helmets are good, Thermal Japan testing wise, and Bandit Man, I could not agree more. What do people wear on racetracks who actually have, you know, proper advice coming in behind them, like, you know, the airbag suits and the helmets? 100%. 100%.
Well, I put it to you this way, like, all of the gear those boys have, all the helmets are AGV or RI or Shoei, you know, all the gear is Dainese or Alpine Stars. That's why I buy Alpine Stars gear. All my gear, below my head, my gear is Alpine Stars because it's just good quality stuff.
Because he got all of this.
Well, yeah. Well, like, to be honest with you, it's one thing I don't mind spending cash on. To be honest with you.
Oh, 100%. Actually, before we finish up fully, right? Quick one for you. Are you all the gear all the time?
No. If I'm going to be going above 60 kilometers an hour, then yes. However, I do squid around town a bit. I freely admit that. Mainly, the heat is a huge fucking problem here. But again, if I'm riding to work, I have to wear a work uniform and I've nowhere to change. You know what I mean? So things like that. But if I'm leaving Townsville, then yes. But around town, no, I do squid a bit. I freely admit it.
I'm the exact same. I
don't recommend doing it for a second. And this is very much a case of with wearing gear. It's a case of do as I say, not as I do. Wear your gear, you know.
Good.
And I would never advise someone otherwise. But you know, at the same time, if I'm going down to the shop, I'm not putting on like the shop to buy something. I'm not putting 100%. On me jeans and me boots and what have you. I'll throw a jacket on.
I'd always throw on my jacket, but that's because Ireland is cold 99% of the time as well. Anyway, so
my Alpine Stars jacket is a special hot weather perforated one, my red one that I wear in most of my videos. So that's actually pretty good. Crisco guy, no use being in full leathers and 40C heat, you'd die.
It'd actually be worse because you'd be so unconcentrated from sweating too much and being dehydrated, etc.
I have heard stories about lads crashing or falling off of bikes because of heat stroke in this country.
It wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me at all.
Dave XS, flip flops and shorts. Do I look like I ride a Jigsaw, Dave XS?
that's Jigsaw bro life only, I'm afraid.
I'm not a Jigsaw bro. All right, lads. I'm going to leave it there because I really do have to hit the things, and both of the dogs look like they're going to fucking piss in the floor here, so I'd really better let them out.
Been a pleasure.
Yeah. All right, lads, we won't say when the next one will be, but there'll definitely be a next one. For those of you who haven't 100%. Subscribed to Gorilla, it'll probably be in his channel next because he's going to get that sweet, sweet watch time. This was a blast. This was a blast, lads. And it was a blast, Gorilla. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll catch you all again soon.
Thanks for having me, Paddy. Good luck.
Good luck.